like to use this for the grapes too. So you're going to take this, and I just put my hand right here, and I set my knife down, and then you just go all the way to the back until you get the stopper, okay, and then they're all cut in half, okay, all at once, one swipe. And then we're just going to throw it in the manual food processor here. And it makes it a lot easier, because sometimes if you throw whole tomatoes in here, they kind of bounce around for a little bit. But if you cut them in half, then they're a lot better to chop. So then you just, okay, like this, okay? So I'll leave some so that you guys can actually try this product. Because that's the whole point of the stations, is that you can actually try the products. Because if you're like, well, she made that look really cool, and then you get it home and you go, what did she do with that thing again? I have no idea what she just did. And then it sits in your drawer, and then you don't ever use it. And so, how many of you like fresh garlic? Do you guys use fresh garlic a lot? Or do you? Yeah.
Out of the box.
You get the what?
I just took out of the box.
I'm
Then my first garlic in there, she uses it. Yeah. I'm not home. Like, we had ball and we did have cheer, and so we were never home ever.
Yeah. So you're gone a lot.
Yeah, every night.
So the garlic press has this little brush that sits in here. A lot of people don't know what this little brush does, okay? So when you take your clove of garlic, your bulb of garlic here, you're just going to pop out the clove, okay? And you don't even have to peel the paper off of it. You're just gonna set it right in here, and you're going to squeeze it out. And then you're gonna take this little brush right here and just use that end to scrape it. And then any paper that's on the inside, you just take that flat end, pop it out, and you're ready for your next clove. Okay? So it makes fresh garlic really easy because you don't have to chop and dice it, you just squeeze it right out. Okay? So we're gonna put some more garlic in there, so I hope you guys like garlic. How many of you, when you go buy cheese, you buy the already grated in the bag, sprinkle it on the top? Yes, yes. And that's all I used to get. I didn't know block cheese at all. Until I started Pampered Chef, actually. So if you look at the back of your bag cheese, do you guys know what cellulose is? Not cellulite. I know what cellulite is, but cellulose is actually a wood pulp fiber that they put in your cheese to prevent caking and clumping. So that white speckly looking stuff is actually a sawdust product that they add to your cheese. Did you guys know that?
Well, that's comforting.
So a little extra fiber in there, okay? So, but can you tell the difference between your block cheese and your, okay? That is, a lot of it is because of the cellulose, okay? But block cheese honestly is cheaper to buy, and you can grate it and put it in a Ziploc bag, and I'll use it in my eggs every morning. I will grate some at the beginning of the week, and I just pull it out in a Ziploc bag, and it goes a lot longer. I noticed that before I'd have to take the bag, like if I was making enchiladas or something, I would just pour the whole bag on the top. Well, now I get to grating, and I get to half the block, and I'm like, oh, it's already covered, okay? So it does actually stretch a little bit further too. Now I want to show you how to use this cheese grater, because I don't want you to get it and then hate me because you're like, how did she get this thing open and then snap the handle off, okay? So put it in your right hand and put your thumb over here on this circle. And it's not a button, it's actually a thumb rest, okay? So put your thumb on the circle and then pull that handle towards you, and it's gonna open up, okay? So then you can grate, right over your bowl like this, or you can, it'll lock in this position right here, and you can do it right over your cutting board. Now, if you're left-handed, you can obviously grate with your left hand. It's just the opening, it only pulls one way, so you have to put it in your right hand. Now, if you don't like extra fingernail and skin in your cheese, then we do have a holder that you can actually put it in here so it won't cut you. So if you slide this little guy on the bottom here, put your block cheese right in there, and drop it down. You can grate it that way too. Okay, so that way you're not cutting yourself if you get to that little piece at the end. So I'm going to pass this around here. Let you guys try it there. Do more cooking than I do. Right hand. There you go. You got it. Good listening.
We use ours all the time.
That's the coarse grater, and so I use that for mozzarella's, cheddars, Colby Jacks, that kind of stuff. But we have the fine grater too for your parmesan. You're gonna try it.
Me?
Come on, Tiffany.
There's good. You got it. You did it.
stresses me out.
Look, there is no stress needed. You got this, girl. You're good. Okay.
Hamster bedding.
That's funny. Have you guys seen the silicone prep bowls? Okay, so they come 3 to a set, and they come with lids. Okay, so you can use these for your melting. Like, we're gonna put the chocolate chips in here. We're gonna melt them, and then you can drizzle them over the top. And we're actually gonna soften and melt our cream cheese in there too. Okay, they do have measurements on the side. You can pop the lids right on the top. They'll go in the freezer, the refrigerator, and they actually do go in the oven. Okay, but just don't cook with your lids on. Okay, but they're just great little bowls. And I like too how they nest on the side of each other, so they don't take up a lot of space too. So they're great little lids here. Now, have you guys seen the food chopper? Some people call it the slap chop. Okay. So with the food chopper, we're going to use our peanut butter cups, and we're going to chop up the peanut butter cups. Now, you do not have to cut in this little circle. You can actually cut on the cutting board. Okay, and don't be afraid to really hit it too. Okay, so if you do kind of this, it's more like going to smash it rather than chop it. Okay, and it's a great stress relief. You guys come home, you're like, give me the food chopper, and you don't have to come in the kitchen, okay? So it's a great stress relief. Now these here, these little measuring cups, okay, they measure liquids and solids. You pour the liquid in and you measure it, hold on, let's flip around. You measure it by the blue. So you want your blue arrow pointing up. And so you pour it in and you measure by the blue. Now if you're doing, like we're doing the brown sugar and the peanut butter tonight, so you're gonna push it down until, let's say we need 1/3 of a cup, and then you just pop it out, okay? This is the 1 cup. We also have the 2 cup one, okay? So we're gonna use those measuring cups. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have a couple of you guys can just do each